Hello, welcome back. Now, here we are with Jimmy the Hunter, and today we're going for a bit of a look up in the Tararua Ranges. It's looking like the weather's going to pack in. It's looking like it's going to be a tough slog, but that doesn't scare us. We're seasoned hunters, and we're ready for a bit of an experience. Now, I don't have my gun with me today, just my mental clarity gun. But hopefully we'll be able to spot a few red deer up in the mountains, and also we'll be talking to you a little bit about the conservation of the area. Talking to you about Project Kaka, talking to you about some of the flora, and potentially some of the fauna. Cool, glad to have you along. Let's go. Great, so we've just pulled up beside the trail, and you can see here we're with some kidney ferns. And if you're wondering why they're called kidney ferns, well, I have no idea, to tell you the truth. I think it's more of a heart fern, or maybe a liver fern, but kidney fern, maybe not. Interesting, if you look a little bit closer, you can actually see it actually breaks off. So you've got all these different veins, and it starts off with 2 veins, and then it goes to 4 veins, and then it goes to 16 veins, 32 veins, 64 veins. By the time you get to the end, it's about 128 different veins. That's a lot of veins. Whoa-wee. Oh my gosh. Now that there is a very big tree. That there is looks like a Rimu tree actually. You can sort of tell by the spiky leaves on this guy here. Now, these trees are interesting because they actually come from the Podocarp family. And the Podocarp family, they existed back in the time when all land was joined together as one, as Gondwana land. Fascinating. You'll find a few other trees part of the Podocarp family in New Zealand. We've got the Miru, the Matai, Totara, or the Kahikatea. Interesting stuff. Now, one tree that's not part of the Podocarp family is this guy over here. You can see there's actually a tree which is growing on the side of this here. Now, that there is actually a rata tree. Now, the life cycle of a rata, well, it starts off as a little vine, grows up the side, and eventually gets bigger and bigger until it strangles the tree that it's on and turns into a tree of its own. Fascinating. New Zealand native and a killer. It's been a long day, but we're starting to get up on top of the bushline, which is the area where there's no more trees. And it's just the wrong altitude, wrong climate. Eventually you end up in nothing but tussock. But for now, we're walking amongst low scrub, and in the Tararua, that comes in the form of leatherwood. Check out this. This leatherwood is very difficult to walk through. You can identify it by white underneath the leaves, and the branches are just these gnarly things like this. The deer, they love to hide in it. Very difficult to get a clear shot. And without a trail, it's very difficult to walk through. Well, here we are, as you can see. Weather's packed in a bit. Day at the hut, never mind. Good time to tell a few stories. And I might just share one with you now. Last time I was in the Tararua, out for a hunt, obviously. Well, I saw the stag up on the ridgeline. Couldn't believe it. Must have been 4 or 5 pointer. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. And he was sitting there on the ridgeline, and it was raining, it was windy, it was rough, it was just like this. About a kilometre away, I snuck up on him. No way is this thing gonna know that I was there. Fortunately, wind was blowing this way, so he's never gonna smell me. Got closer and closer. I was about 20 metres away. I lined up my shot. Steady, steady, steady. And at that point, the thing turns to me and it lets out a roar. Oh! Oh! Couldn't believe it. It must have spotted me. And at that point, I took my shot. Boom! And smacked that thing right in the rear. Not the cleanest of shots, but it'll do. The thing leapt in the air. Oh my gosh. Went flying, landed in the leatherwood somewhere. And then, I swear to God, could not find this thing. Looked for about an hour. Total silence. Not a sign anywhere. Never mind. Stag lost, story found. Next time, eh? Next time.
G'day, it's Stu here, your favourite Tararua deer. Now, I might just tell you a little bit about this one time. I was standing there having a shower, enjoying the lovely rain, enjoying the lovely wind, and I was standing on a ridge, and I was there, and I was enjoying a good shower, and then off in the distance I saw this thing, and I was like, oh, what's that? Must have been about a kilometre away, and anyway, I smelled him, and as he got closer, I was just like, oh, you know what? He stinks. Oh, far out. I think that's my mate Billy the goat. Probably is, actually. And anyway, Billy's taken his time to get up to me, but eventually he gets up there, and he must have been about 20 metres away or so, and then all of a sudden Billy, well, I yelled out to him. I said, Billy! Billy! And next thing you know, Billy pulled out a gun. Well, at that moment I realised this isn't a goat. So, I leaped out of the way, and just at that moment when I was leaping out of the way, crack! Bullet went whizzing past me. Never mind. Closest I've ever been to deer heaven. And yeah, well, I landed in the leather grass and strolled away. Found myself a nice bit of kidney fern to chew on, and that's that. Here to tell another story.
Now, this part of the Tararuas is actually part of a very important conservation project called Project Kaka. Now, the kaka bird is one of New Zealand's native parrots. It's got a beautiful song that sounds like this. Lovely. Now, in order to save these beautiful animals, they have poisoned this area with 1080. The hope is to kill all mice, kill all possums, and kill all stoats. Hopefully this will stop them from eating the eggs and also increase the vegetation, allowing more kakas to occupy this area. Well, watch this space. Nice early morning today. Up trying to get a few sights in, see if we can spot ourselves a few friends. And yeah, you can see our ridge that we're heading up here. It's going to be quite nice. up to the Tararua tops, and then yeah, we head round over here. It's clearing up, so I'm hoping to get a few good views up there, and yeah, see how it all goes. Well, we're looking round up here, can't see any reds, but can see for a long way. I'm thinking maybe 1080 might have had its effect, but maybe I was just too good of a shot last time I was here.